So as I record this video, the world literally waits with bated breath to hear a response from the Kremlin after Ukraine has agreed to a 30-day ceasefire. They agreed a complete ceasefire across the whole contact point and on air, land and sea. And so now the ball is in Russia's court. Now, they may have released their response by the time you see this video, could happen any minute now, but we know that whatever their response is, it's going to be a dragging of feet. Either the response will be, well, we'll agree to the ceasefire based on certain conditions that we want to be met. They'll put some sand in the gears to try to prevent this going ahead quickly. Or they will pretend to agree to it straight away. And by that I mean they will say that they are for a ceasefire and they'll go ahead with it, but then very soon after the ceasefire starts, they will make up a pretext, as I said in a previous video, and pretend that Ukraine is attacking them or someone else is breaking the ceasefire or there's something else Ukraine is doing wrong, and therefore they had to, despite their desire to maintain a ceasefire, they had to go back in. Because, make no mistake, Putin has not made any secret of the fact that his ultimate aim is to take over the whole of Ukraine. And he will do that one way or another, certainly if America isn't supporting Ukraine in the way that they did before. That is certainly his continued aim. Now, even though we don't know which way they're going to go on this, and by the time this video comes out, you may already know, I still thought it would be important to release this video because thanks to the magic of the internet, some amazing footage has come to light. Because you see, the context here is that Ukraine deserves to be supported. It deserves to be supported by Europe and the US, by the West. Why? Because that was the promise made to Ukraine decades ago when it became independent from the Soviet Union, all the way back in the 1990s. Ukraine was promised that they would be protected by Russia, by Europe and the UK, and by the US. And how do we know this? As I say, thanks to the magic of the internet, we actually have that footage. So first I'm going to show an interview with Bill Clinton in which he talks about that and he talks about his regrets around that.
He wanted Ukraine to give up their nuclear weapons. They were afraid to give them up because they thought that's the only thing that protected them from an expansionist Russia. When it became convenient to him, President Putin broke it and first took Crimea. And I feel terrible about it because Ukraine is a very important country, and I feel a personal stake because I got them to agree to give up their nuclear weapons, and none of them believe that Russia would have pulled this stunt if Ukraine still had their weapons.
And this is footage that's just come up from the actual agreement itself.
The presidents of the Russian Federation, Ukraine, and the United States of America, and the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom will now sign the Memorandum on Security Assurances for Ukraine.
And this is why this is so important to remember at this moment. We promised we'd protect them. Now it's time to deliver. Thank you for watching my video. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm also interested in philosophy and public policy and politics. And I aim to make a number of videos about these subjects and particularly the intersection between them. If you're able to like and subscribe to this channel, then it'll really help, and also put in some comments whenever you can. That'll really help the algorithm. It'll really help promote this channel to other people. Now, beyond that, we are all, unfortunately, at the behest of a very small number of people who seem to run everything these days. And we are all at the whim of a tech oligarch who could decide tomorrow to end a channel like this because it's not in their favor. And because of that, I've set up a kind of email newsletter, which you can subscribe to. At the top of the channel, you'll see a web address. Please go there and subscribe to my newsletter. That way you can stay in touch with the videos I'm making. At least we can keep the content flowing. So I hope you can do that. And I hope we can keep talking and also gain clarity, not just about what's happening right now, but how we can get through this, how we can improve things to make a better tomorrow together. Thank you.